Hey everybody, it's Monster back again with Opus Gaming, and I'm here today with a pretty special deck profile. This is one of my teammates' first time being on the channel. This is his Blue Flare deck. This is my teammate Austin. We're just going to pretty much jump straight into the deck profile, so do you want to show a little bit about your build for Blue Flare and how you did?
For sure. Today we had normal locals. We had 4 rounds. I went undefeated. Really surprising. My matchups were, first it was a mirror match. Second match was Jijimon, which is like the scariest matchup because
Definitely.
I really have no way again to deal with redirects. Blockers I can deal with, but redirects are a little harder. My third matchup was Shine Gray. Usually that matchup's really hard for me, but my opponent was bricking, so I was able to take advantage of that.
Definitely.
And then my fourth game was also another Shine game. I think he was doing fine, but I don't think he understood the matchup as well because he kept on raising 2 guys or having 2 guys on board.
Yep.
So that was just activating my deck. I just kept on going. Just to get started, I play 4 Wanyamons. Pretty standard.
Yeah.
I took inspiration from 2 different builds. One build being our teammate Uchi's build, who played Wanya, and then another build that played Beelzemon. That one won like a small online tournament. I didn't really like it. I think its effect is if you have a Digimon on board on deletion draw, that never really comes up that often because usually I don't care if my thing dies and it goes back underneath my Tamer.
Yep,
But
that's super true.
having a blue Tamer is super essential for this deck. So like I can go Quartzmon and then play blue Tamer. I don't care if I give him 4. I'm going to guarantee draw. And then what I draw into could play a Greymon. You know?
Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense. The Wanyamon was just super consistent because that's your draw 1 egg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, for a deck that's super reliant on the blue Tamer, I definitely think it's really necessary.
Nice, okay.
I'll just put that there.
No worries.
To start with the rookies, pretty standard 4 Gaussmons from BT10. Honestly, if I'm first and I see this in my hand, I already know like I'm getting first check, I'm playing something out. Like
Yep.
the only time it's a little rough is if I don't have my level 4.
Okay.
But that's where the Wanya comes in with the 4, like with the draw, because there's times where I didn't have anything. I swing, draw into a Greymon, it dies. I'm like, all right, perfect. Now I can set up a bit more.
Now you have a combo going. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's very needed in the deck. If he was in the deck, it'd be very hard
I get that.
to get any searches in. Next up is the newest Gaussmon. I honestly really like it. I was kinda, because before I would play Dracomon. Dracomon was okay. He had an inheritable that was nice, but I actually found out from a teammate Muchi that his draw 1 applies to him. So when I play him for 3, I just draw.
That makes sense, yeah. Definitely.
I didn't know that for the longest time. He also had really cool combos where like if Gaussmon dies and he's on board, and I play say Malebird. Malebird plays Kiriha Nene. I get both procs. I get the draw and grab something from trash.
Oh, that's really sweet. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So super cool combos to think of, especially when I open with both. There was times during like my Shine Greymon matchup, my first one, I would just constantly just put him to 1 and still drawing at the same time.
For sure, yeah.
And so super nice. But yeah, I don't think a lot of people knew about that.
And Gaussmon is a EX4 card, right? So it's just a brand new card.
Yeah, brand new.
Nice. I like that.
This is the filler card, to be honest.
Yeah, Siakomon.
Siakomon is...
For sure.
It's nice. Before I only played 8 rookies. I wanted to add another 2, just because it's just nice. It did come up during my matches today, where I needed a rookie just in general. The reducing or can't reduce Digivolution was kind of nice. Last tournament I played against Young Hunters, and I basically went to 0, played this for 3, and they weren't able to
Reduce anything. Yeah.
So if they wanted to Digivolve, they would pass turn.
I gotcha.
So that came up. That's the rookies.
No worries.
No, the new EX4 Greymon.
Oh, okay.
I only have him at 1. The drawing comes in kind of nice. The on play is okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. I like to just do it when they don't put 2 things on board, and I just have the jamming one in hand, or from Malebird, and I just cross swing jamming, get a free draw. I also have the there's the sauce. I got the BT10 Greymon.
Cool.
Super nice.
That one's another staple piece, right?
Yeah, it's pretty staple. To be honest, if they ever came out with a better version of Greymon, this would probably be the first one. because so many people try to counter out of playing 2 bodies on board.
Yeah.
So that's why this one's nice.
It's just always
doesn't
live.
require 2, and it's also not once per turn. So if I'm able to unsuspend, I get 2 draws, 3 including Digivolution. So that's super nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, Greymon is pretty standard for this one in the build. Alright, and then this is one part that I really liked adding in. It's the Sec +1 Greymon. There was so many times during today and like last week's match where this went crazy. I went into Metal Greymon, right, with jamming 2 checks, right?
Yep.
Going to Z, Digivolve, do another 2 checks. Turn 2. Okay, and then onto the Malebird Dramons. I run 4 of the jamming. His on play, it's okay. Honestly, the lose 2 memory is not necessary to me, to be honest, but the jamming goes crazy, like I said. Sec +1 and jamming and being able to unsuspend, crazy.
Just crazy combo, no, for sure.
No one expects it because everyone's thinking like all right, no 2 bodies on board, I'm good to go. And I'm like, this, 4 checks basically.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
And it's just a consistent way, and having it focus on like what you're able to do, I think is one of the biggest boons that that Blue Flare got, because now you're not always relying on your opponent's 2 body setups, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, just like in general, like I've lost so many games without jamming. There'll be games where it's like, oh, like they have 2 bodies on board. I'll swing, unsuspend, but then it just dies to security, and I'm like, oh, well, I guess he dies. I have nothing else set up. And yeah, so it's a little rough.
That can be a little bit rough for sure.
This is the one portion that's a little different from a lot of lists. I only run 2 of the old Malebird Dramons. This is nice if they like play like Black War and they have like 2 stacks. Or when I came against Jijimon, he put 2 bodies out and I just swung and stunned his blocker.
No, it's sweet.
But yeah, this is the on play is really nice too, to be honest. That's where the combos come in, where like playing Gaussmon dies, play this, then play Kiriha. You know, so going to level 5s. Double check. Oh no, I still have one level 4. I still have level 4s.
Oh, so it's 14 level 4s. Nice.
Yeah, it's a
Which
lot.
one is it?
It is Decker Dramon. I like using him especially for like stunning and stuff like that with the level 5 armor purge, as well as just draws, because there'll be times someone goes super wide, Gaussmon dies, and I don't really want to risk searching and like losing like the Sec +1 Greymon. So I just play him and guarantee like say like 2 or 3 draws. So the next, I think I go into my level 5s. I only play 1 of the new Metal Greymon. Is everything in frame still?
Oh yeah, you're good.
Honestly, don't really care that much for him. There were times where he did come in. When I played against Machinedramon, my opponent was considering putting blocker as an inheritable and only had 1 analog, and I'm like, okay, well, if I swing and you redirect it, I'll just play this, take out the blocker, and then I'm gonna keep on swinging.
Yeah, I got that. Okay.
So having that ability is really nice.
Definitely.
When I had this at more, it was a little rough. Just because, especially against Machinedramon, like Digivolve, put more underneath, like you're not really losing anything in the end. And then we get to the boy. We got Metal Greymon.
And this is the SR one from the old set,
SR.
right? Yeah, nice.
A little sad that this is only a rare and there's no alt art for it. But this one is the main one that I really want to see a lot of times.
For sure.
On play, has rush, and then when you cross, based off of like how many you have underneath, you stun. Also, the Sec +1 only works on him. He can't be used in this new one because this one specifies Blue Flare.
Oh.
So that's the part that's a little rough. But
For sure.
honestly, like I said, I really see this one, so it's not the biggest deal.
No, definitely. Especially playing it at a 1 of, right? You just play the higher number of the one that you want to see. So.
Yeah. After that, I got Decker Greymon. He's pretty crazy.
That's the one with armor purge, right?
Yeah, this is one with the armor purge. I only run 2. I got double checked.
No, definitely.
His effect, basically, just Digivolve for 2. You can tuck Decker Dramon underneath it to stun something. Sometimes it goes crazy when you have the 4 out and you have this, but you have no Metal Gray. I just Digivolve on top of it and gain the stun still. Yeah. There's also some other combos you can do with it that I can show later. But yeah, that's just him. And then my level 6s, I only run 2 Z Greymons.
Cool.
Honestly, it's more just like a name thing. Also, the blocker. Blocker comes up sometimes, but also the unsuspend goes crazy for 2. And then if you have 2 bodies on board, unsuspend again, or not, gain 2. So he's super nice. He's in a lot of lists.
No, definitely. You're only playing 7 level 5s to the... Are you only playing 2 Greymon for your level 6s?
No, there's actually one more level 6.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. The sauce, Kuwagamon.
Oh, sweet. Why are you playing Kuwagamon? How does this fit in?
When Digivolve, I get to play 5 or less option. So what I do is, I can explain it a bit more later, but what I do is I go to Deckermon, put Superior Mode underneath, play him, and then play Kaisernail to take Superior Mode out.
And play it.
Yeah.
That's sweet. That's really cool.
She also comes up because, like, if say I'm at like 2 and they don't have a memory tamer, put them to 1 and then play a Blazing Memory. Because Blazing Memory is 5. So,
Yeah.
you know.
That makes perfect sense. That's really sweet. I like Kuwagamon in general, so it's cool to see that it has a home in Blue Flare as well. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Spicy
and
tech.
Also, you know, I found the alt art for it, so I'm like, hey.
Yeah, might as well.
It's a 1-0.
No,
Might as well.
definitely. So playing the 5 level 5 or the 7 level 5s to the 3 level 6s, do you feel like it's pretty consistent just going up into your top end? Because you have so few top end cards, but can you find it pretty consistently with your search?
I would say so. With Blue Flare, like with Blazing Memory Boost, reveal 6, get to pick 2 out, play a Tamer. Like I'm not too worried not seeing it. Also with this new draw engine for just playing, drawing. This one reveal 4, reveal 3, draw X amount, for sure 1 at least. I'm not too worried about not finding my level 5s, which I feel like is like the main thing you're looking for in the deck. So for the level 7s, we have Superior Mode.
Definitely.
There is times he does brick a little bit. I had games where my first hand is like 2 of him and like 2 Blazing Memory Boost and like a rookie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could be really greedy and keep it, but also this isn't going to do anything for me. And his effect is super nice. Your turn, no options go off in your security. And yeah, so and also came out in a Beelzemon matchup. I played him out and I just kept on swinging security. It was like Death Slinger, and then it was like Rivals Barrage.
Nice.
And I was like, nope, doesn't go off. I'll keep on swinging. To get to the Tamers, I have 2 Kiriha and Nenes.
How do you like the new dual Tamer?
I tried the original build. I tried ran 4. 4 was definitely not the move. There was times where it's like, oh, I gained 1 memory, but I'm still at 2. So it's like, I would rather have seen the Kiriha. Because that's just a memory tamer. Actually though, this saved me during my Shine game. Basically long keyed all my sources. My top, or my level 6 to my security, and then everything went to trash. But since I have 2, I just tap both, and then I just play Metal Greymon. It helps the matchups where they bounce. Yeah, so I would say, that's super nice. I would say 2. Maybe you could do a 3-3 split, but honestly, I'm fine with 2.
Yeah, for sure.
4 Kirihas. Pretty standard.
Pretty consistent.
Like I said, some builds I saw ran opposite, 4 of these, 2 of these. I just value the memory tamer more, especially when I blaze. Because then it's like, oh, I got more value of it in the end, especially early game. Because usually I'd run like raise, swing, and then like, oh, now I don't have like, there's not gonna be 2 bodies on board or something like that.
Definitely.
And then after that, we have our options. We have Ice Wall.
We got the blue staple.
You always got to. Honestly,
that card's crazy. So
a lot of the builds I saw, I was a little sad because my previous build ran Hammer Sparks. But I took it out and just put Ice Wall in it. I've never had it in security, nor have I ever played it because I just keep on bottoming it with blazing. So it's a little rough, but it works out.
It deserves a spot. So,
yeah, it still deserves. It's a staple. You need to. There's a reason why it's a 1-of. And then here's also the sauce. You got Kaisernail.
Yep, and that works with that Kuwagamon combo, right?
Yep. With Kaisernail, Muchi's build originally had 2. We both agreed to put it to 1 because there was just times that it was just not needed. Because it just slowed down the deck more if you drew into it, but then have like the setup with like Kuzaha and like Digimon with the level 5.
Definitely. Okay.
Yep. And then the last options here is the main part of the deck that keeps this deck alive. I'll just put it in the middle.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how important it is. Blazing Memory Boost.
Sweet.
I mean, it says itself. I love going second with it. Or like something like put me to 4. It's like, bet I'll put you to 1, and I'll most likely hit a Tamer.
No, for sure. Even if they do memory tamer you on turn 1, you can just Digivolve and then play that card still and just be on a perfectly fine curve.
The best setup is just being like, oh, Digivolve Gaussmon, play Blazing, and then Blazing plays a Tamer out for the next turn for my raise, swing, draw.
Yep.
Also helps me find a Greymon to just do the on play for. Also, fun fact, Gaussmon also considers Blazing Memory Boost as a blue flare.
Oh,
so
wow.
even playing it also allows you to draw.
That's okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. What are your thoughts on the deck? Kind of, well, obviously you love the deck, but kind of looking back at the tournament, because you've won a few tournaments just in a row now. So looking back at the tournaments that you have played, are there big changes that you can see yourself making to this deck, or is this the list that you for the EX4 format for sure?
I would say the only changes would probably just be trying to test the different rookies with Sayako and like maybe Madoki.
Yeah.
Not that many decks are gaining memory. At least outside of Tamer effects like, you know, Marcus and stuff like that. I think this is nice. I can maybe put this like a 1 of, and then maybe put like a Hammer Spark in just to have something in security for my opponent to worry about. And like, yeah. But I would say for the most part, I'm really happy with the build. I think honestly, I could probably take this into BT13 even. Maybe if I really want to take Sayako out and maybe put Sorai in for the Royal Knights deck, because like as soon as I see Omnimon come out or they reveal Omnimon and like Sprout set up, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna Sorai. It's gonna stall them for a turn, and then I'll just go back to like my Metal Greymon, stun their blocker, stun more stuff as well on the way.
Buying yourself a turn is always so nice, for sure.
So that's probably the only thing I would change.
Okay.
But for at least for the BT13 matchup, mirror matchups it's rough.
Yeah.
You're just playing a whole different deck.
Yeah.
I played Mushi like twice with the blue mirror matchup, and no one is playing anything. We're only playing Tamers, we're only playing Blazing, and we're only like maybe raising with Gaussmon.
Yeah.
But I'd say for the most part, I'm really happy with it. There might be some changes, but I can't really think of it on top of my head.
There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, if the deck is performing nice, it's performing nice. So there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, I mean, I won like today. I got second for a box tournament last time. I won another local. I think it was like a 3-round one, like round robin. Not that many people showed up, so you know. But yeah, honestly, I think it does really well, and I'm really happy with it. And hopefully it can still do well next set.
No, for sure, for sure. Last question, do you have any shout outs for anybody?
Just shout out, I would say Muchi.
Yeah.
Muchi.
That's our resident blue player.
Yeah, he's
right
our
there,
resident
so.
blue player. He's the one that gives me the base that I work off of. And then for me, it's just more adjusting it to my playstyle.
I think you've done that really, really well looking at your list, especially, and hearing some of the reasons of why you're playing different cards. I think you have a lot of personality in this list, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, but I would say, shout out to Muchi. Shout out, I guess, to James as well for playtesting with me a lot. And yeah.
No, absolutely. Well, congratulations on a first place finish today. Congratulations on your most recent first place finishes as well. And this is gonna be Jamonster with Opus Gaming, and we're out. Take care.